Hi, this is Kevin and welcome to this short video demonstration of WP Chit-Chat. Now the first thing you'll notice at the bottom of this web page is this call to action graphic that's pointing to this chat box that is telling me that the site owner is online. Okay, now before I actually go in and show you how it all works, let me quickly talk to you about what the plugins are and who I am. So I'm the founder of Convert Technology and we specialize in providing lead generating plugins for your WordPress. So essentially we're building on the four main pillars of trust building, lead generation, closing of sales, and of course the building of lists. Now we do this by supplying your sites with a number of tools that enable people to easily get in touch with you. Okay. Now we've already got a couple of products in the market. One of those is WP Connect versions 1 and 2. But the one I want to talk to you about today is, of course, WP Chit-Chat. Now, it has some very key features that make it an essential addition to your site. The first is its ability to integrate to your email autoresponder, and it also has an offline mode, so you don't have to be online, but you can still capture users' feedback, and more importantly, capture their email addresses. But it's also extremely easy to set up. So let's go in now and quickly do that. So here I am in the WordPress backend settings, and you can see here WP Chit-Chat. Now there are three main tabs. The first is General Settings, then we have the Email Autoresponder, and then we have the sales leads that are stored here. Now under General Settings, everything you see here essentially controls that chat box which you saw on the screen a second ago. So you can configure all the messages, what your customers want to see if you're offline, if you're online, etc., etc. There's some basic configurations like changing color, and you can also switch off, position the box left or right, or switch off the chat image. But the one feature that's particularly key here is this email address to send messages to when you're offline. So this basically enables you to automatically get sent leads when people leave their details. And then you can also do some various other bits of customization here, including page exclusions, save changes. Now, a very important tab is the autoresponder. So what you can do here is you can select your email autoresponder. Should point out we'll be supporting nearly all of them very soon. And what you do is you copy and paste a form code. So if I go to my Aweber account here, you can see I've created a list called Chit-Chat main. I've created a form that's associated with that, and what I'm now going to do is grab the HTML version of that, copy it, and then put it into the box here. Here's also your spam notice text. So if we now go back to the site, what you can now do is if I click refresh, what you'll notice is the way that box appears. Let me do that again. Click refresh, and you'll see here that it just sort of creeps into your eye view. That's again just a way of just drawing the user's attention, and it's always present. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to pause and I'm going to split my screen so you can see what a customer can see versus what the admin person will see once the chat is initiated. So I'll quickly pause screen now. Hey, so I've split my screen, and what you can see here is a virtual image. This is what your customer would see, and this is what the admin or the site owner would see. Now, the reason it says I am online here is because, of course, you are online. Okay, and that's all it takes. It's completely hosted and contained within your WordPress site. So the customer would come along, and they would have to enter their email address in order to initiate a conversation. So we click Start Chatting, slight pause, and then what you'll see is that a similar chat box appears on the admin site with a little noise just to alert you with the customer's name, and then you can actually start chatting. Okay, etc. Okay, but what if you're offline? Well, let's actually just recreate that scenario now. So I'm going to quickly log out here. And what I'll actually do is, let's actually increase the size of this screen here. Now, if we refresh, what should now happen is, yeah, great. So the chat box has appeared here, but it says offline lead message. Now, again, that's because you've logged out of your WordPress site. Okay, that's all it takes. Log in, log out, and the message will automatically update. And a similar scenario would now happen. So in order to initiate, to leave feedback, the customer has to enter their email address, okay, and then click submit. Now, two very important things happen. So let's actually go back into our site and actually log back in and see what happens to those particular messages. Now, I mentioned earlier on that you don't actually need an email autoresponder because if we now go into our sales leads, okay, two very key things here. One is that the email address has been captured in the live conversation part, and it's telling you here that there's the Aweber, but it's also captured the message which says great site when you're offline. But even better is you actually receive an email saying you have received a new message from WP Chit-Chat. Now if we go in, you can see the customer's name, their email address, and then the message that they're seeing. Okay, so we've captured the data back end, we've captured it into your autoresponder, and of course we've also sent it to you via email. So there you have it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that short video demonstration. I'd just like to conclude by saying that the reason tools such as WP Connect and now of course WP Chit-Chat are so effective is that they are highly convenient for your traffic. They're non-invasive, they're always present, they don't take the user away from what they're doing, but they also allow them to very quickly get in touch with you. So it's that convenience, it helps to increase sales, it helps you stay ahead of the competition, but it also helps you build trust. Now, there are 2 licenses available. There's a single site, which is for 1 domain, and of course there's a developer license, which enables you to install on unlimited domains, but also on your client sites. Also like to point out that you receive upgrades and support for life. Those of you who have bought other products know that you do get that first class support and you do get regular updates. That's it for now, guys. Here's my details, and I hope to speak to you all very soon.